Hey guys, it's Heather with the TEC at Ora Georgetown Technical College. In this video we're going to show you how to create modules and topics in the content tool and just the general management of the content tool. So I'm already under my content tool in my sandbox course by clicking on content. The first page that it brings you to is your course overview page, and if you remember in the last video I explained that the course overview is for putting a welcome message about the course. You can put your instructor information or your syllabus, and it's just the landing page for when they first come into content. To add or edit anything in this course, in this course overview page, we're going to work with the action menus to add an attachment and the edit description box. Here, if you click on that box, it will load so you can type in information and add files and pictures. This is going to be our editing box here. And you can see I already have some information in there, but if I wanted to upload a file, I could click on insert this drop down list here, and I can insert an image or a quick link. I can add equations or insert symbols. If I click on the Insert Stuff button, it brings up in a new window where I can then upload a file from my computer, or if I already have a file in my Manage Files area, I can pull it from there. And you have some other options here for Kaltura, YouTube, inserting a link or embedding some code. We're going to pull a file from my computer just by going to my computer and then browse. And we're going to put in this file right here. And this just says, okay, it's going to save this file to my sandbox course Manage Files area. And to save that, we click on Upload at the bottom. Okay, so the file has uploaded and we can add link text. So this link text is what I want it to say, open me first. So you could upload your syllabus file and put a link to open syllabus, and again at the bottom we need to click on insert. So now I have my open me first link and a link to that file I just uploaded. Some other options you have here is you can undo and redo. This is where your cut, copy, and paste are going to be. If you have text from a Word file you want to paste, you can paste from Word, and that should keep the formatting that Word has applied. You have your font features here to strike through and bold and italicize. This is going to give your indentation, so if I wanted to indent this one, I could just click on indent there. And then this also gives you all of your alignment settings, and if you wanted to do a numbered list or kick it to the right to left or left to right of the page, you can change that there. So undo. Once you have everything in your course overview, you can click on update and it will update that overview here for you. And if you ever need to make any edits, you just come up here and you can click on this box or the pencil icon, which is grayed out on that side over there. And now if I click on my open me first, it should open up a new link with that file I just uploaded. And it was a PDF document, so it opens up right in the web page for you. There you go. Alright, so going back over here. So that's your course overview. If we drop down to bookmarks now, there's nothing really to do on the bookmarks page. Basically, it is when you're in the table of contents area working with topics and things, there's a link to bookmark an item, and when you bookmark the item, it will just list it here under the bookmarks page. And the same goes for your students. If the students have bookmarked an item to come back to and view later, it will just put it right here in the front of the bookmarks page. if you remember in the previous system on the course homepage, there was also a bookmarks area. It was called the bookmarks widget, and if they bookmarked anything, it would stick it right here in this widget on the bottom. With the update to D2L 10, they've moved that link also under the content area. So the next item we have is the upcoming events, and any events that you have with dates set on them will be displayed under upcoming events. I have a couple items coming up in the next 7 days, and so it's got those listed for me, and if I had any in this course for today or tomorrow, they would be listed here. And then you can also switch over course schedule, and this should lay out everything in the course that has a date on it, what date it was, and the time that it's due. So you can see back on June 12th we had an event for testing, November 11th, and then the times are listed over here. And then this is a quick link to that discussion topic or a quick link to that test item. So D2L has put the events calendar in the forefront under content also. And then last is going to be our table of contents. And this is going to look completely different from the content tool that you are used to if you're coming from the 9.4.1 or previous version of content. They have redone this whole page so it is easy to drag and drop modules and topics just by clicking on the little hatch icon on the left hand side of the item you want to drag and move. So we're going to put this back under getting started. So you can easily reorder items and not have, it will save you so many clicks than what it used to be to reorder items. Working with the module, you can see here, just like under the course overview page, there's a place to click and start editing text if you wanted to edit this text here. It's just the same as it was on the course overview page, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but you do have the option to spell check, edit the HTML source code. So if you know how to do HTML, you can come in here and edit that source code by clicking on that, and it provides you a little editing source box. If you want to preview this item, you just click on preview, and this is what it's going to look like when it's viewed in the web browser. And then toggle full screen allows you to edit the item on a full screen area. So you can see here it kind of bumped it over to the left on my screen because my window wasn't as big. But so you can edit in this big box, and then when you're finished, you just click on that same little icon in the bottom right hand corner to make it toggle out of full screen. Under this, we're still working with getting started. Under getting started, you have a new button where you can add a new document, a new link, a new Dropbox item, or quiz item. So if we want to add a new discussion, we'll click on New Discussion. And what this does is it opens up a window where we can add a discussion item. Introduction. We want to put that under the general forum and put in our description here. Introduction. And save or publish. We want to publish that discussion item, and what that's going to do is it's going to create the discussion item under the discussion topics, and it gives us a page where we can come in here and add a grade item to it. We can change the restrictions if we need to. We can view the discussion. So we're still under content here, but it's just a quick window where we can edit and change the content tool. So now if we go back to getting started, this is our breadcrumb navigation back to getting started under the content tool. And you'll see here that we have the discussions area added with our introduction discussion link. If we click on table of contents, just to go back to the original view that we were in when we started with that, here you can see it added introduction for us. So that's the new button. When you click on new, it will give you the window to create a new item, and then once you've created that item, it puts a link to that item from the content tool to the item that was created. The difference between new and add activities is going to be an item that's already created. So if we wanted to add a discussion topic that was already created and we didn't have a link to it, it opens up the insert a quick link page that we were kind of used to seeing before, and then discussions, we want to choose the general questions list. So you can see here, that's the introduction one that we just created. We're going to go ahead and link to general questions. And then you also have the option to create a discussion here and then manage discussions, but this doesn't work the same way as it did with the previous item. This actually takes you to the discussion tool to create one, and then you would have to come back and create the link. So if you're creating off the fly, you want to go with the new button, not the add activity button. So just to add a link to that, we'll click on insert and it will add it under our getting started module. And there's our general questions. So that's going to be it for this video. I'm going to go over a couple other things in the next video, but like dragging and dropping and organizing some of these and managing your items once you have them created. So thanks for watching, and watch out for some more videos from us.